Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces February 1, 2025. The moon continues its transit of your home and family sector for part of today, encouraging you to rest and nest. Later, the moon moves into your sector of pleasure, joy, and expression, stirring a need to enjoy and express yourself. Emotional energy is stable today, but also quite positive and optimistic. You are enthusiastic, particularly about emotional, personal, and family matters, with the Sun in harmony with lucky Jupiter. A positive show of support from people you care about may be in the offing. There is an eagerness to put something behind you. It's a strong time for thinking about improvement, what you can do to make yourself a better life. You may be looking at past projects that were abandoned. These could be revived with fresh thinking and a few edits. Your personal life, intimate relationships, and family or household matters are in particularly good form. You will feel literally on top of the world. Today could be the magic moment you've been hoping and praying for. Our great luminary, the Sun, will link in a gorgeous trine with mighty Jupiter, our great benefic, causing you to feel like you're ready to burst with joy. You'll feel like you're high on life and no dream is too big for you to conquer. Be sure to use this magnificently auspicious energy to make plans and promises with your one and only, especially around home or family-related situations. If single, be sure to dust off your hottest outfit and hit the town. Abrupt changes in your professional commitments will occur. Brace yourself when Uranus stations direct in Taurus today. The past few months may have alluded to what needs to or will eventually change in a professional arrangement. Depending on what you have done, the changes might be inevitable by today. The best way to handle this is to go with the flow instead of fighting whatever is changing. You will feel more empowered accepting that your commitments will be different, especially since the Sun in Aquarius will trine Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. The aspect of the day, metaphorically speaking, could be seen as the inventive and creative mother who can please and fascinate her children. What a perfect time to take your body into account and notice how you nourish it. Having a body is like having a child. In a way, we must notice and nourish it each and every day. The best way to begin to notice your body is to listen to it without judgment. If you do this, it will begin to tell you what it wants. If you are finding that there just aren't enough hours in a day, the energy from this creative day may offer you some solutions. Pull out your schedule and look for wasted time and loopholes. Consider where you are spending the majority of your hours at this point, and where you need a little more. Shift and shuffle until you get things where you want them to be. If you need a hand with this, seek out some advice from a friend or a colleague. Because the Sun will always be in your home and family sector at this time of year, and there will always be a new moon at some point during his month-long visit, this makes the opportunity this is bringing today for new beginnings and to draw a new line in the sand an ordinary event. However, this year, with the support of both Jupiter and Pluto, the planets of luck and change, and in a way that is especially good for financial matters on the home, family, or property fronts. While the moon is keeping you emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware, Mercury is keeping your head in the game and your feet on the ground. Even before the moon can return to your romantic sector tomorrow, there is something special building on the romantic front that is giving your heart and a growing sense of confidence and resolve. Meanwhile, in his last full day in retrograde motion in your relationship sector, Uranus is keeping your focus on the past while holding old doors open. Our eyes in the sky. You might find yourself speaking up about something you previously kept to yourself or taking action on an idea that has been simmering in the background. These changes could feel sudden, but they are not random. They are the result of the inner work you've been doing. Think about a time when a moment of clarity led you to make a bold decision, one that may have felt risky but ultimately aligned with your growth. That is the energy surrounding you now. Embrace it, even if it feels uncertain, because breakthroughs often come when we least expect them. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this shift. Change can be exhilarating, but it can also feel overwhelming, especially when it arrives in an unexpected form. You may notice yourself more eager to share your thoughts, engage in discussions, and express what has been brewing beneath the surface. While this enthusiasm is a powerful force, be mindful of how you communicate. In moments of excitement, it's easy to speak over others or unintentionally dominate conversations. Have you ever had a conversation where listening deeply to someone else's perspective completely changed the way you saw a situation? This is an opportunity to practice that kind of mindful connection. By balancing your own voice with an openness to others, you create space for deeper understanding and more meaningful interactions. There may also be an internal tug of war between what you desire and the limitations you face in achieving it. You might feel a strong urge to push past barriers, to prove that nothing can hold you back. While determination is a valuable trait, trying to force things into place before they're ready could lead to unnecessary frustration. If you find yourself hitting a roadblock, consider whether stepping back and reassessing your approach might serve you better. Think about a time when you wanted something so badly that you tried to rush the process, only to realize later that patience would have led to a smoother path. Trust that timing plays a crucial role in success, and sometimes waiting allows things to unfold in ways that are even better than you imagined. With all of this cosmic energy stirring, be especially cautious about impulsive decisions, particularly when it comes to commitments and agreements. An enticing opportunity might present itself, whether in your career, personal life, or financial affairs, and while the excitement may be hard to resist, take a moment to evaluate it thoroughly. Have you ever been swept up in a moment of enthusiasm, only to realize later that a bit more caution would have saved you trouble? If something feels rushed or uncertain, trust your instincts. Not every door that opens is meant to be walked through immediately. Financially, this is a time for careful consideration. Unforeseen shifts could impact your plans, making it wise to hold on to your resources rather than making big investments or major purchases. If you've been contemplating a financial move, it may be best to wait until circumstances become clearer. Think about a time when you acted on impulse with money and later wished you had taken a more measured approach. Exercising patience now will give you greater flexibility to adapt to whatever unexpected events arise. Not all advice you receive will be sound, so rely on your own judgment and intuition when making important financial decisions. On a practical level, this period calls for a renewed focus on self-care. The demands of daily life can be exhausting, and right now, your energy may feel scattered. To maintain equilibrium, prioritize both activity and rest, ensuring that you are giving your mind and body the care they need. Have you ever noticed how different your outlook becomes after a full night's sleep or a moment of stillness? Even small acts of mindfulness like stepping outside for fresh air, taking a deep breath, or nourishing your body with wholesome food can create a foundation of stability in the midst of change. Ultimately, this moment is about embracing transformation with an open heart. Life is unfolding in ways you may not have expected, but within this unpredictability lies incredible potential. Instead of fearing the unknown, step into it with curiosity. What is one area of your life where you are ready to welcome a shift? Trust that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way, and know that the universe is guiding you toward growth. As long as you remain open, adaptable, and patient with yourself, you will find yourself exactly where you need to be.